Barbarella Show with your hosts, Rabiola and Anudu.
Well, hello, and you are listening to the Barbarella first edition for the November. Happy new month, dear guys. I hope you are enjoying a much disgraceful weather, but slowly we are stepping up toward winter, which would be at least beautiful scenery. And hello to you, Anutu, Bluefin, Captain Dream, Derangedvisions, our big fish today, here, revealed right now. Enginewitty, hello, and Kaliju. Welcome to the show, and how are you today, my dear Anutu?
Yeah, Rabiola, I'm good. Apart from that, I remember my time back in the more northern country where I was living before. And November was usually the time to run away somewhere in the south, somewhere where it's warm, somewhere where the sun shines, somewhere where everybody is, infused by sun and light. And that was usually, my place to be in November. Now I am, at the place where the sun shines and the people are infused by sun. But, we don't have any, to be honest, we got...
Be ashamed. Why are you lying to us? You don't have sunshine anymore. You are competing to be on the top list of the new water world, at least for the Europe continent. So you don't have sunshine. Go back to Mallorca or somewhere else, I don't know. So, are you flooded? Still?
Yeah, the night before yesterday we got flooded again and it was terrible and it's humid again and the internet connection is very weak right now and I hope it stays stable. But I still have the sun in my heart and I think that's most important. And so I have the sun always with me. I don't need to travel anywhere. But I want to. To be honest, I would like to. How about you?
Sunshine. Sorry. Yeah, go ahead. I was just playing the background for you, so yeah, sorry.
Thank you so much for the background. Yeah, like I said, I have the sun in my heart, and that should be enough for right now. Maybe the sun in my heart really dries out our walls as well. I don't know, but that was the reason we were, one of the reasons we went here to have some more sun and some more sunny days. But it seems like this plan doesn't work out. So, Ravi, where is the next location you would love to travel to?
I am traveling every year to Crete Island, absolutely unsuccessful. I mean, I plan to travel, but that never happens, don't know why. Anyway, where would I like to go? I don't know. Maybe Belgrade. I miss Belgrade. I'm obsessed with the idea. They have lovely, cute streets and a lot of happenings there. So maybe yes, why not? And it's some 4 hours away from me by car. Yeah, beautiful town. And the next town, a little bit to the north, is Novi Sad, which is at the Danube River, and they have an amazing exit festival I highly recommend to you. These are 5 or 6 stages, huge stages, for all kind of modern music you can think of. So you may go to a live concert of R&B or an electro or a dub music, whatever you like. It's on one spot. I think 3 or 4 days, and it's just amazing. I think there is a website, you could Google it if interested. And please, why not pin it in your organized guys?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, traveling, this is it. And Crete is a very nice place. I've been there, long time ago. I just have it somewhere in my mind. And Bulgaria, I've been to some places in Bulgaria before and I really loved it. I have some friends from there. And one important friend. Hey, Ravi, that's you.
I'm not very important.
Yes, definitely. And I remember when we used to live in Berlin, we traveled very frequently to Poland. It was just over the border, on the weekend, having fun in Poland. That was, so cool. I miss that a little bit.
Yeah, mentioning Poland now, I just wake up to your hook. You were asking me this question because you waited for a precise answer. You maybe expected that I should say that I would like to go to Krakow. No. Well, it's exciting, but I am a baby for the guys who are going to attend there, so no, maybe next year.
Yeah, definitely. That was it. I try to.
Well, nice try to hook me up. Okay.
So, I expected you go to Krakow. But, I'm not going either because, we are still newbies and that was, not really planned and not really thought of. So, but, there is amazing, amazing time ahead of us from the 7th of November until the 11th of November.
Yeah, and if you wait there for me with a bottle of Sobieski vodka. Sobieski, do you know this person from the history? Jan Sobieski and his angels, the dragoon fighters.
Yeah, amazing place. This is it for sure. I mean, Krakow is always a fantastic place to go and to check out for sure. But, during the time of the Steamfest, which is from 7th of November until 11th of November, I think it's even more important to check it out. Isn't it, Ravi?
Yeah, sure. Are you going to spread some news about the fest or just?
Yeah, I just thought about this.
Let us dream on. Yeah, please go ahead.
So let's fire it up. After Amsterdam in 2016 and Lisbon in 2017, this year's Steamfest will take over Krakow. So there is a lot of, was a lot of planning before, and everybody involved is so excited to go to Steamfest and take part in Steamfest. So the schedule from the 7th of November until 11th is fully packed with conferences, with so much going on there. And yes, and I think, Enginewitty will be there and will be master of ceremony for a night. Isn't that amazing? Wow. I was, when I saw your video, I was like, woohoo, very cool. So, and I know that we have people around here that will be in Krakow as well. So we're going to talk about that later on. And beside, I think everybody knows about Krakow and the Steamfest now. But we will get into this matter later on in the Steamfest later on in detail. So another thing that is quite interesting for everybody to notice is that Steam and Steam-backed dollar is listed on Stellar X, which is a new exchange. I tried to dig into more details there, and it sounds quite complex, but I think it isn't. It's just for me, to be as a crypto newbie. Stellar X is a very interesting exchange, I think, because one reason is it was founded by the Kickstarter people who wanted to create something that is decentralized and an exchange that also lists fiat, commodities, and much more stuff. And after the Netcoin contest, I think it was wow. Just coming naturally that Steam and Steam-backed dollar is now available at Stellar X. So I just wanted to spread the good news to you. And further on with one more trend we identified, it's possible to cross-publish your post from other social media sites, for example, YouTube on Steam, which is quite easy now to do. So I think we will get into the subject in the next in the next week, Barbarella show, into more detail. And I think we try to get collect some people who can tell us more about this project, because this is utmost interesting for everybody, I think. So I just wanted to tease you a little bit and say, okay, stay tuned. How about you, Ravi? Are you still tuned?
Oh, yes, I was listening to you, trying to not having an instant boost of a headache, because I was thinking you are going to flood us with numbers and figures and diagrams. Thank you for not doing this, and stay just as you are, just light. Okay, and as I could see today, in our humble company, can't capture our guest that we have nominated for an Author of the Week. But anyway, I am very pleased to just turn the limelight toward a very young, charming, beautiful young lady from Montenegro, who is a student in architecture and a future architect. Her talent was spotted during this week, but actually earlier post, which was a combination of promoting her art, oils on canvas, which is a very difficult technique for me, and along with this, she also had published in the same spot a very cute poem. So she is a poem writer and an architect and a painter, which is ooh. And I really miss her here, because I have at least 1,000 questions for her. But anyway, our author of the week today is the beautiful Dearchi. Applause for this young, talented lady.
Clap, 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 clap.
I should have applause, crowd cheering, sound effect in the background, which personally I don't hear. But anyway, consider that we have cheered up Dearchi. Okay, so as usual, we will invite you to spend some time at her blog space on Steemit, give some support, and of course she will have her separate, particular spot in our future artists and author of the week's gallery, which we construct in our minds for now. So that was Dearchi, missing her today for our early morning show, but this of course will give us more time for the topic of the week, not only this week but the second week also. So we'll have a lot of time to ask, comment, and give some opinion on the project our Big Fish guest is currently running. And here is the moment that I would like to invite you to be engaged and more active, and text to us whatever you would like to ask or say. Anutu, do you have anything else to add up about Dearchi, or anything else that you would like to say and address our audience to?
Yeah, I think, there is just a little reminder that really, I stumbled upon her blog and I was impressed by her decision to leave her job and to just do the things that makes her happy for the future. And I was reminded a little bit of what I went through. And that was supposedly something that really drew me much more into her work. And I really respect her decision a lot, because this is not easy. I mean, just quitting your job, saying, okay, I don't know what's in front of me. And I just go, and because I feel, with my heart, I have to do more what makes me happy and stick to myself until I, to make sure not losing myself. And this something I really can feel, because I went through the same process. And, sometimes, sticking to your heart leads to amazing projects. You never know what is ahead of you and what's waiting for you. And I think this is a perfect hook to switch to Derangedvisions. Ravi, don't you think so?
Yes, of course, plenty of time to have some more information on interesting news and things that are currently in. So let us greet in the Hall of Fame our big fish, November 2nd, the Deranged Visions Coffee Witness. Hello.
Hello?
Oh, how are you today? Yes, sure, clap to you. And how are you today?
I'm doing good. How you guys all doing?
We are enjoying our friendly Fridays. To be honest, it is very dusky outside because we are now into the winter time. I hate this moment, having the evening at 4 p.m. But anyway, this is only just doesn't affect in any way my mood. So I'm up to that. I'm okay.
So what did you guys want me to talk about?
We would like you to tell us about your idea at the tea store, a little bit of the flea market in proceedings, how things are going there, and a lot more on your attending the Krakow Fest this month. So to start with, one by your choice, actually.
Okay, just trying to get some screenshots. Hey, Callie, can you get some screenshots of the and drop them in as I'm talking?
Sure, I'll do my best. Thanks.
I tried to DM you, but you didn't answer. So, where did it go? Oh, man, I had another window open, but it went away. Hold on.
Okay.
So, this push to talk thing is kind of weird when trying to go through my windows here. So D-Stores is decentralized shopping through open reward system. And what we are hoping to accomplish is to make everybody on the Steam blockchain to have the ability to be an entrepreneur and to sell basically whatever they want, and to give Steam and SPD more utilization on the blockchain, and basically increase the value of Steam and offer something revolutionary to the world, really. Because we don't think anything like this has been done on the blockchain to be able to use open, like the reward system, to buy and sell goods and have the shipping mitigated through the reward pool.
Yes, nice that you have mentioned that once again, as there was we pop up this topic at the previous Barbarella show, but I don't think we are repeating ourselves, because with days going further to and getting nearer to the end of the year, I think a lot of information has compiled. And as far as I remember, you also mentioned that you are going to promote these stores at the fest. Am I right?
Deranged. I set a role for you. I think if you change it to voice activity, you can be on voice activity as one of the hosts on this show or guests on this show.
It's fine. I'm eating chips as well, and I don't want to be crunching. So I just shared Roland's latest post, and inside there, it says that I'm hosting a roundtable session. And during that session, I'll be promoting D-stores and answering questions and everything at Steamfest. So it's like a Q&A type of thing. So everybody at Steamfest will be able to come up and talk to me about D-stores, and I'll be able to answer questions. And so if anybody's going, like Engine, if you're there, you can come talk to me. I'll be passing out business cards with QR codes on it, and you can scan the QR code, and we should have our website up and running by then, and you're going to be able to access it through Steam Connect, and you should be able to get everything up and running at that time. Just scan the QR code and it'll take you right to the website and create your store right there.
That's an amazing option. And the thing that I love the most about your idea is that you are going to make it an interactive communication with the people, as I presume that there will be a lot of young people. And maybe you will generate a lot of ideas or suggestions, who knows. So I'll feel free to invite you to come back to us at some point with your impressions at the fest and your participation in attending there. So I just have the feeling that it will be a great event, and there will be a lot of more to talk about in the future.
Yeah, Callie, Jew, and I are going to be making our posts, like the official D-Stores announcement posts, in the near future. I'm actually working on mine right now, and I don't know if he's going to stay up and do his, or if he's going to do his when he wakes up tomorrow. But we're going to be announcing it for the Steam blockchain, and then yeah, everybody should be getting excited about it, because we think it's going to be big for Steemit, because a lot of people, they get their rewards, they don't really have anything to spend their SBD or anything on. Like Steam Monsters was really cool for everybody to have something to spend the rewards on, but other than Steam Monsters, I'm not really sure what they have to spend it on. But now with this, like, people are going to be able to buy and sell goods, and like there's tons of artists on the platform, people that create all sorts of things, and now you have people all over the world that are going to be able to actually make a living off of creating stuff on Steam and having a store that's operating on the Steam blockchain, and they won't have to rely on creating posts. They're going to have an actual business on the blockchain, and that's in our eyes, that's going to revolutionize what Steemit is, and it's going to take it from kind of a blogging platform to an actual business platform,
which is outstanding. This will make it more profitable, more popular, more sustainable, if you like. So I would like to invite you guys to drop any suggestions. Like, imagine you are having an ambassador, which is our Deranged Visions at the fest. What would you like that he takes from you and brings to the fest? Anuto, any wise words or any suggestions you would like to forward via Deranged?
Yeah, I think, we were just, as you can see on the voice chat text, we were just talking about the Airbnb-like implementation on D stores that we were planning the last weeks, I think. So this will be, as we think, will be some major thing because it will bring a new, I don't want to say a new section because it's part of the overall planning, but a very new aspect to these stores. And what is it all about? It's about, everybody's going to, many people are going to Steamfest, traveling around, meeting other Steamians. So how about, offering rooms? Everybody can offer some rooms, accommodation. And the idea was to include this also into these stores. This is just one aspect of it because around here in Malta, I know many families that have a hard time living and they are offering rooms to make a living. And it's a major thing here because, rental prices are high, price for food is so high. And it's a major part of their income, actually. And I know that many of those people really longing for a platform that is decentralized, where they really can offer rooms to people that are like-minded. And I think this is an aspect that is most important. Imagine you have so many Steamians on a platform and you like to meet, you like to visit somebody that maybe eventually doesn't have a second room or second bed, or it's just no option, or you like to meet with other Steamians. Wouldn't that be a perfect idea to rent a room from other Steamians and with it just meet new people that are like-minded? And so we came to the idea to include a kind of Airbnb offering a section to these stores. And I think this, for the future, as far as our plans go, that will be, for everybody, because I think we all love traveling, meeting new people, engage, and meet like-minded people that are into crypto and Steam, of course. And so this is an amazing option. And beside, it gives you an opportunity to make a better living. This is especially, like I said, for the country here that I live in Malta. There are so many people that really have a hard time with Airbnb and other platforms that are not decentralized. And I believe that this is just another step on the road to freedom. And this is why I love this idea so much, and I support it with everything I can.
Lovely.
Yeah, and so like the Airbnb option was something that like we hadn't even thought of at first, and that just like opened our eyes to the possibilities of growth that like the D Source really has, because like with Steamfest, there's so much, a lot of the things that was holding people back was the travel portion of it, and just the cost of getting there and the hotels and everything. But if people could mitigate their travel costs with an option like the Airbnb aspect of D stores, then it would be a lot more inclusive for a lot of people to make it to Steamfest. And now like the possibilities of growth for D stores and what else we could do with D stores and what could be like sold and promoted on D stores is like, we don't even know what the future holds for the project, because like right now it's just in its infancy, but this could really grow and be huge.
Yeah, but somehow I think that whatever the future brings to us, in a way, the project sounds very flexible, and I think it being an option with an open endings, it could be modified at according to the demand, I think. Don't know if you would agree with me, but this is how it looks to me right now as we speak.
Yeah, and like the whole team is open to like flexibility with input from the community. We have like implemented chat options inside the website. There's encrypted chat for the buyer and seller so they could talk to each other and do negotiations and everything. There's all sorts of different things built into our platform that is, we're trying to make it like a revolutionary experience for everybody involved.
Absolutely. And at that moment, which is quite a under construction moment for the flea market, for example, I see that the project provides a lot of opportunities as to applying imagination, and that's why I think these three topics are very well linked in. Like now meeting with the people and having some small talk or even constructive discussions with them at the fest is going to give a fine tuning feedback for what the teams would like to acquire, because it's always good to hear from the people, the target group as we call it sometimes, but after all we are working for them. So having in mind with the flea market and the D-store, I see a lot of unlimited opportunities for the people to appear there and act as market actors without limitations. I mean, in the framework set initially by the teams, but to a certain degree, that would be a very freedom-friendly opportunity for business.
Yeah, the community is going to play a big role in shaping the future of D-stores, and we're all excited about it.
Yeah, the excitement is at the top levels of it. So that's why it will be good to have you back with your impressions after your time at the fest. So having a note to mention about the Airbnb, I thought how lovely that would be for certain disadvantaged regions, as while we speak about communities, it's a regional level. Even if you think of smaller regions, but so and so, we have some metropolitan city centers and smaller towns and very, very, very disadvantaged small places where people, like Anutu mentioned, are striving for their living. And it's somehow the discrepancies are huge. Having some boosted centers and a lot of small places where people find it very difficult to bind the ends at the end of the month together. So I think that if we are thinking on a regional level, we are adding value to the cohesion to these places where people live. So the small places where there are no such options to develop business or have a decent income will be getting closer to the places where everything happens quite easily. Am I right, Anutu? Plus, it's a good way to promote your place.
Yeah, definitely. And we have so many, to add something to it. I agree 100%. And to add something to it, we have so many charity and alternative living and how should I put it, alternative food projects right here. And And there are always people, joining us and working with us. And wouldn't that be wonderful? I mean, you have a guest that is on Steam that tells about the location, tells about the project, tells about the charity idea behind and the supportive idea behind. And now imagine not only the charity project talks about, so everybody who visits and books, for example, for this option, a room through these stores, so they're all coming together and talking about the project and working with the project, meeting others and form, a strong community with it. I think this is an idea that I, really had in mind and that I just love to embrace. So, it's like combined forces. So it's not only an option to rent a room, it's an option to combine forces and to work together on projects that are really supportive for the future. And, this is something I really love with that idea. And I know, Ravi, that you also love the local community and this supportive idea of embracing alternative projects for the future coming with it. And so, what do you think about, this idea to meet other Steamians, work together on projects and make a change?
Yeah, in a way, Barbarella is exactly doing this. Having now sorted our guests, author of the week, in group of people in galleries and Hall of Fame, we are going to introduce themselves to each other at certain point in time, somewhere in the future. And this is a good step. And to add more colors to our painting, let me refresh you with what's going on in the background of our voice chat text, with Kaliju saying that the projects we were talking about will ultimately be up to our communities to make it work to their benefit. Otherwise, it will still be there as an alternative to merchants and buyers to benefit from financially. And then Shadows Pub adding that it's not going to operate on the dark web, which is an advantage. Then we have again Kaliju with the opinion that global people-to-people trade is an area that hasn't been explored fully yet, facilitating blockchains like Steemit. So basically, in a resume, my answer would sound like apparently we have come to the point where Steemit will have a key role to bring communities and people together in their mutual benefit. And everybody who is keen to join in such a team will be honored in the future to have, I think, an abundance of fruit and piles of good results, as I have put it earlier today. So yes, and no, to my answer to your question is yes, I am very positive thoughts up to that moment.
Yeah, and there are no hurdles, so there is nothing to download. This is perfect. You don't need to download anything on your computer. You don't need to do any tricky things. It's an amazing platform, an amazing idea. And, to add something more to this, what I really love is that it's, Steam is for sure not only online. You don't have only an online life, you have to, you have an offline life as well, because, how can we do a change if we don't use our hands to start a change with our own hands? And it's just what I said, combining forces in a sense. So getting together, meeting like-minded people and work on projects together. And we need to do it with our hands, of course. And this is what I see. I see, like you said, Ravi, bringing so much fruit to, let's say, maybe it's too high when I say to the world, but at least to some local communities that are involved and like to involve. And I love this idea that it's the connection with Steam that makes the change in the offline world possible. And this is just amazing. And I love it. How about your hands, Ravi? You know, making something with your own hands. I just saw, you know, just one sentence to our author of the week that just joined us, you know, Dearchi. And I remember her sketches of hands and her wise words coming with it. And this is just what it's about, you know. When you like to make a change, you need your hands.
Yes, absolutely agree. I remember there was a hit maybe in the 90s or late 80s of this person, Rundek, but kill me if I remember his first name anyway. He's on YouTube. So his song was Hands that are golden and that are inventing and creating things. I will share with you a piece of my experience with one of my customers who previously worked as a teacher at a college for arts and technologies, and then all of a sudden he decided to make a U-turn and become an entrepreneur. So he collected a lot of interesting products to prepare for the people, made a business plan of his own, and then at one of our discussions he mentioned something like that. You know how I don't like you academy guys with your diplomas doing nothing, only speaking. And well, it was apparently clear that he would prefer people who will create something material with their hands, not knowing that most of us in the team were actually doing this. As a matter of fact, I have a huge order now. Don't see the guy among us, but I think that Crazy BG Adventures kitchen is and all his drawers and cabinets are waiting for me to distress them and make them vintage or shabby chic. Don't know what he has decided yet, but this is it. So I have furniture to to distress, and I also do some handmade cards. And what else do I do? Whatever I have dreamt last night, I suppose. So that's it. And I know about you. You are making also lovely designs. So here is the meeting point at our so created market. We have Dearchi, and we have you, and we have our Dunya Jung, who is also an artist. People that could share a lot at the discussion. And here, right as I am speaking, here is an idea for you. How about having all these guys at the end of the year, maybe our last show before Christmas, getting all our authors of the week and Hall of Fame guests together to share views, projects, and just have a fest. Why not? Having a celebration. How about that, guys?
Yeah, and coming back to Steamfest and Derangedvisions joining Steamfest and the round table, I'm up to the, I'm so excited. How do I say? I'm highly excited. I'm up to the most excited. I'm most excited. I'm just so excited and curious to see whom you met and what's the feedback is, and what ideas come with it, and maybe what new support or whatever. I'm just so excited to hear about it, and I think we will have a follow-up in one of the next shows. Don't we have, Ravi? I think so.
Yes, but do you know how you sound to me? Do you want me to perform how you sound to me?
Yes, please.
My head's in the clouds and I feel high, oh high. You're excited?
No,
Peace, Baba.
No, I just had a.
No, I know.
No, I had some hemp nutrition, which is chocolate and hemp smoothie. But there's no. I'm just happy.
With the crumbles of the funny stuff. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. Cool down. Okay. Let's just remember that rapper that my head's in the clouds and I feel high. Oh, hi. Okay, so guys, 10 minutes till the end of this first for the November month Barbarella live streaming on the Ramble Radio. Whew, as usual, so comfortable and cozy place, and I love to see guests queuing here in our voice chat text. And yeah, I will take the advantage now of you having been in a greater number now to announce our new winter time second live streaming, which is going to be going to start. Hello, guys. At 7 p.m. UTC later today, just straight after Words with Witty, Enginewitty's show, and then we will quickly go through all this stuff we are talking about, just to go back to Witty at his Red Show.
So, yeah, I just saw, it made me so happy. Extra extended edition of Barbarella You.
Sounds like a sandwich edition. So we have Barbarella, Enginewitty, double burger show.
This is what I wanted to say. Exactly, you just read my mind, Barbarella. I don't know, Raviola. Barbarella, Raviola. So,
double burger show.
So, yeah, before we go to the next part of the show, which is open for your question.
Yeah, both to Derangedvisions, who is our Big Fish guest today, and of course to Dearchi, who is our author of the week. So, microphones and keyboards, all yours.
Hey, I just wanted to say thanks for letting me be on the show and talk about D-stores. I'm looking forward to the future.
Oh, we were obliged to have you. Very constructive dialogue we had with you today, and of course you are going to be and stay our very favorite guest in the future.
I have a question
big
for
things
you.
are happening. What's up?
Who's first?
So, if I may, I'd like to know about the Deranged Photography contest that's happening on Steemit. If you could just explain what it is and how people can participate, that'd be lovely.
Sure.
So, Deranged Photography contest is something I've been doing for about 7 months now. And it's a photo contest that I have 3 tiers: professional, amateur, and beginner. And I set it up like that because I got sick of seeing the same 3 or 4 people winning all the photo contests, and I wanted to give people of all skill levels the ability to win something on the platform. And so pretty much everybody that enters gets something, because I give out honorable mention SBD rewards as well. And all you have to do is drop a comment in the comment section of my post, and that's about it. Drop a picture comment that's pertaining to the theme for the week, and you're entered in the contest, and state whatever tier that you are. Yeah, ex-travelers or ex-county travelers, it's on my Deranged Visions page. I post new themes every Friday. So today I'll be posting the winners for the this past week's theme, and then I'll be picking a new theme. The top prize is like 1 SBD for first place, and then it goes down from there. But it's 3 tiers, so I think it's about 7 or 8 SBD that I give out each week for all the people.
Great. Here's another contest you could join. Particularly ex-country travelers Ren and Scott are making great photographies whenever they are going. And I think that they were actually awarded last week or this week, country member at Bluefin's contest. So yeah, rising activity at photo contest. Lovely. Thank you, Khalid, for asking this question, and thank you, Deranged Visions, that you have spread the news. As I see, people from the Welcome Wagon haven't heard so far about it. So here you are. You have more entries, I hope.
Thanks.
I've only ever won like 1 prize from the contest. That's because I'm not a good photographer, but I keep trying, so it's really cool. I really like it because the themes are very specific and quite unorthodox, I may say, compared to all the other photographers and photography contests that are available on Steemit, and I've gone through all of them.